It's been over a year since the closure of the land borders as a means to prevent the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic in the country. We are here currently at the Aflao border to see for ourselves how movements have been over the year. In March 2020, the president announced the closure of Ghanaian borders as a means to curb the spread of the novel coronavirus pandemic. He, however, stated that the border closure will not apply to goods, supplies, and cargo. Despite the functioning of the airports, the land borders are still closed to the public, a move that has indirectly dealt a blow to its citizens, especially those who live close to the border. As the country's land border still remains closed, businesses around the border towns have come to a standstill, with exports blocked between several of the country's neighboring countries such as Togo, Burkina Faso, and Ivory Coast. Business owners in the border towns in the Ketu South municipality, especially Aflao, have bemoaned the negative effects of the continuous border closure on their activities. Some have been speaking to Citi News.
Closing of the border is affecting our business a lot, because sometimes we import things from Togo to this place because of the closing of the border. So we can't go and buy things from Togo anymore. So it's made the business very slow.
Since last year, they have closed the border. Things are very difficult in Aflao here, especially in the Buta region. Food aspect, we normally get access to food in Togo. And most of the things, our mothers who are old normally go to Togo and do kaya for living to take care of the younger ones in the house.
They added that they are certain they will suffer more from the closure of the border. They want government to put in measures in testing for COVID-19 at the border.
From the beginning, there is a machine they wish to test and those things. They can put it at the border and the people will be crossing. Now, only the big trucks that are crossing now. Only the big trucks are crossing now. So to me, the COVID is there, but they must allow the border to be flowing.
I know smas are coming. I don't know smas. I mean, no smas are on watching him. He bohali. Plus, when he I share my hodo.
Speaking to Citi News, Sector Commander of the Immigration at the Aflao border said, although there is a ban on movement at the border, it does not affect cargo and goods, and also approval is given to persons who have been granted permission by the Foreign Affairs Ministry, as well as children who cross the border for school.
There are persons who are allowed to cross the border if they've been granted the permission from government, from the presidency. Yes. They apply through the Foreign Affairs Ministry and they are given the permission to cross. So they come with the authorization letter to allow them to cross. And as part of the letter, it is also stated that they should have the COVID test.
He stressed that unapproved routes in the municipality have been a challenge to the officials. However, inland checkpoints have been mounted to check illegal entry into the country.
People who live along the border line, assist them to cross in the night. See, because the officers are not able to man all the places, because you know it stretches up to Segbe Akanu. What we've done or put in place is to put in inland checkpoints. So maybe as we are coming, if you are coming from Accra, at the toll booth, you see that there are officers there who have planted barrier, profiling persons who have joined every vehicle that is passing through the toll booth. We profile them.
Meanwhile, MC for the Ketu South municipality, Elliot Agbenawu, says, although the ban is a challenge for the people who cross the border for economic activities, the measure should not be seen as a punishment.
Information available to me indicates that Togo's border is still closed. And so let nobody see the closure of the border as or interpret it to mean that government is insensitive or government is it's wicked to its people. Government is protecting its people from COVID-19, which is deadly, which can take your life, take your businesses, take your livelihood away from you. So the government protects you by closing the border, by keeping you alive. After COVID, when borders are opened, we can still regain.
For Citi News, Desmond Selassie Ago.